Good morning. It's 6:24. Going to give you a free money chance at winning here today. Got something brand new coming with the Hobica free money question of the day next week.
Okay.
We'll explain what that is. It's so exciting.
It is. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Lots to get into today. We're going to talk to Jeff Manasso, Fox News. And what does this whole thing with Kasich do? He wins Ohio. La-di-da. What does it do for him? And he stays in, right? And, some said, I know Glenn Beck in his anti-Trump preaching yesterday was explaining that he's going to stay in. Kasich stays in whether he wins or loses in Ohio because he's in to be the spoiler. And the goal is because they don't think Cruz can actually get enough delegates to actually beat Trump. But between Cruz and Kasich, they think that they could keep enough delegates from getting to 1275? Where do they have to get to? Whatever the number is.
1,200 and change, yeah.
And so the thought is that maybe they can keep and then create this convention that is a brokered convention.
Well,
That's
I have
the
to tell
strategy.
you.
And 168, or is it 168 that Rubio has?
Rubio had 168, right? And if we're keeping track here, which we are, Kasich, Rubio dropped out. And everyone said it took him so long. Kasich's still in, and he's trailing Rubio in delegates. So go figure. He's got 138, I believe.
Yeah, he has 138.
And he's staying in.
Yeah, and he's staying in.
Yeah. Trump said, listen, a bit of a math lesson yesterday. And listen, one of the things that I believe that the people who really support Donald Trump really stand by is the fact that Donald Trump is a numbers guy. He's a businessman. He's a numbers man. So when it comes to math, he knows his math, right? I mean, that's the big deal here. Donald Trump knows his math. Basic physics.
He's almost daring people to not vote for him at this point.
No, it's
Somebody
physics. It is physics.
Somebody said trust me, and it's beautiful physics. Somebody said yesterday that their belief is that Donald Trump really doesn't want to win, and he keeps saying these things that are just out there because he can't believe. It's like, all right, what do you think I can say tomorrow? Not that this was any big deal by any means, but what can I say tomorrow and still be in the lead and winning all the delegates? I don't think there's anything he can say where he loses. I don't think there's anything he could say where he loses. It is what it is. Trump's supporter was at the Marco Rubio concession speech. And Rubio suspended his campaign after losing in Florida yesterday. A Trump supporter crashed his concession speech, and Rubio handled it this way. Yeah, I mean, talk about kicking somebody when they're down, throwing some salt into the wound. Any other cliches out there we can throw in?
Well, I'll just say, Marco Rubio's been clear about this from the beginning. He is the only one that gets his butt kicked on his campaign.
On his campaign. Only he. We're going to talk to Jeff Manasso, Fox News, about Kasich. Should he stay in? Why is he in? What's the strategy? We'll get to that. Peter Franklin, Gabby Cabby in from New York City. Mike 80 of New York Mills has announced that he's retiring. We'll talk to Mike, the legendary Mike 80, coming up in a little while. By the way, that Ryan Quinn, NBC's The Voice, he had another win, and he's back on. We're going to talk to him today. And I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to squeeze in here this morning. Also, there's news on this Stephen Avery situation. This is real, by the way. It's not Andrew doing Stephen Avery. That the guy who runs the Stephen Avery Project. Now, this is the guy making a Murderer, that Netflix series. They say he's not guilty. He says he's not guilty. And he believes he's going to get a new trial. This Curtis Boosie was of the Stephen Avery Project, actually visited with Avery in prison, and he has some details to report to us later on this morning. It'll be good to get into. Also, a chance for you to win our free money question of the day coming up at 6:29. Christine will do news next in 2 minutes on WIBX.